How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to some more Bloons Tower Defense 6 Black Bordering, the series where I'm trying to black border every single map in the entirety of the game. I'm your host, the True Bad Omen, and today, we're on another brick. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was getting a little bored of using very similar strategies over and over again, ones that, you know, require the Monkey, or the snipers, or even a boomerang. So today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we've got a bit of a different strategy for you, one involving the Super Brittle, and I think it's very fun to use. I was like, what could be decent on another brick? Let me just turn off auto start. It is off, that is good. And I'm like, okay, you got the corners, so Sada's obviously good. You got a lot of walls, so helis and mortars are great, but the corners, I kept thinking about the corners, and I'm like, what benefits a lot from corners? Ice shards. Our plan today revolves around the beautiful and lustrous ice shards. So round 6, we started off with a dart monkey and a sub in this position so that when it throws down, it maximizes its pierce, and a sub top left of this pond out in the little, like, poking area that it goes to. Now, round 8 here, middle of round 8, we're going to be getting ourselves twin guns because it makes life a lot easier and is probably the easiest way to defend all the incoming rounds. And we should be able to afford it in one more throw from the dart monkey. There it is. Beautiful. And the reason I chose Etienne was because I didn't want to reuse Sada or another one of the same heroes, and I'm like, okay, who has, like, aerial view of the entire map? Sai. Well, I've been using Sai a lot lately, so let's find someone else. I'm like, Etienne. Okay, Etienne has, essentially ultra vision to be able to see through walls. You know, and you know, this little Frenchman's drones can see through walls beautifully. So, let's do him. He also has great UCAV ability. And if need be, we can also use him to give our Ice Monkey a range buff. Anyway, as always, if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it helps the channel out a ton, and it is the... Whoa, excellent, I just pressed my Windows tab. And it is the best way for you guys to let me know that you like them and want to see more of them. Alright, middle of round 11 here, we are going to be able to afford Etienne. We want to place him so that his range barely touches the lip here. You got a decent window to place him down. So let's see, up to now we can afford him. So yeah, his range barely touches the lip, and you should be able to place him down before the last red balloon pops. Balloon, boom. Okay, so round 14 here, we're going to be placing down our ice in this corner. With that range buff, he's able to see the balloons even as they're coming across there. And we're going to get permafrost to permanently slow the balloons down after they come out, because we will be going for a super brittle eventually down the line. End of round 16 here, we are going to upgrade to a 210 Ice Monkey. And that's able to beat all the way up until white balloons come out on 22. So we're going to get a glue gunner up here. 000 glue gunner, we're going to set him to strong. Ba boom. This will help stall out the balloons to force them to get in the Ice Monkey's radius, which is obviously amazing and what we want. Look at that. Look at my boy go. Yes, we're doing a very primary heavy strategy today. A very primary heavy strategy because we are bringing back Desperado, someone who I have not really used much because I haven't found the sweet spot, the perfection of Desperado yet. But today, I was like, okay, we've got a decent Moab damager once he's a super brittle, and a decent balloon cleanup with ice shards, correct? We're gonna have more balloon cleanup over here. But then, what are we gonna do for Moabs? What is the easiest way to deal with Moabs? That is also a tower I haven't used in a run yet, and that is going to be Desperado, the Blazing Sun. So we're going to get quick draw at the end of this round. Keep him on strong for the entire game. He's going to be quick draw, 1-0-0 with the 0-0 glue. He is here to pop down all of the whites on 22, and that is it. That is his sole purpose in life. So yeah, 21, 20, they fall fairly easily to this setup. 22 now. The Ice Monkey is not able to pop white balloons, and this entire wave is just white. So with this guy on strong and quick draw, he is able to hit every individual white balloon. Yeah. And we shouldn't have any issues with any of the pinks that leak because your wyvern or your... I guess they would just be drones for regular Etienne, and I'm pretty sure they are flying saucers for space Etienne, alien Etienne. Anyway, 23 black balloons and some whites. Obviously, the ice cannot handle the whites, but luckily, we have other popping power. Bada-boom! 24 is a breeze because it's just a bunch of blue balloons and one green that literally all of my towers can pop. Oh, actually not. Right, I didn't get Eagle Eye yet on this guy. I don't know why I thought I had Eagle Eye on him. Okay. End of 25 now, we are going to be able to afford the Ice Shards, making a 3-1-0 and a beautiful early game defender. Because Ice Shards, they go crazy, baby. And now we're going to start to level up towards Big Iron. I'm going to get Standoff right now, and I'm just going to be buying these guys as we're able to afford them. So the second I'm able to afford Big Iron, I'm going to get it, and then it'll be a 3-2-0 on this motherfucker. Alright, we get Big Iron and Eagle Eye, and then finally we will get Bullseye once that becomes available. At the end of a round, I will get it. Oh, my back hurts. Boop. Bullseye acquired. And the next thing we're going to do is get Airburst Darts, because that makes round 36 slightly more consistent with this fuck-ass strategy. It also is going to be helping against the Moab for cleanup once the Moab pops. And there you have it. Airburst Darts. Done. Okay. And there that is our full... I keep saying there you have it. I don't need to keep saying there you have it. But yeah, that is our full defense up until we get Twin Sixes. On round 40, we will get Twin Sixes for the Moab. And until then, this defense is not able to hold 36, actually. It's like up to dependent on the timing that your Ice Monkey is on, if it'll beat 36. So to beat 36, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ability, my Etienne level 3 ability, and we'll be fine. Because all we need to do is realistically pop the first little wave. So check it out. All the drones come out. That's what I mean by timing. So you see how the Ice Monkey leaked a whole bunch of pinks there, but then got that entire wave? Yeah, if you're on bad timing, like I was, then a bunch of pinks are just gonna fly by. And odds are you're gonna be on bad timing. It all depends on when your last Ice Monkey's attack was. So that's why I activate the ability right at the start of 36, because then a bunch of the pinks are gonna fly by, and they will get destroyed by the, I believe it summons 4 extra drones, putting us up to 6. 6 wyverns. The blue wyvern and the yellow wyvern. Dividing and conquering. Just like the British government did way back when. Okay. And end of 39, we will have our Moab defense. I mean, you could probably get it middle of 39. I just think it's most consistent to get it at the end of 39. Twin Sixes has been acquired. And the first tier 5 we are going to be going for will be the Blazing Sun. We're going to get Embrittlement, and then save directly for the Blazing Sun, which we will be able to get on 51. It'll be amazing. Alright, let's get started. Look at that. The Moab goes down so fast. And then, with Airburst Darts in the back here, we are able to clean up the rest. Airburst Darts plus the blue wyvern, I should say. Because the yellow wyvern is up here shooting fireballs at ice, yet not being able to pop the ice. Logic. Okay, end of 41, we will now grab ourselves the Embrittlement. Oh, baby, Embrittlement. Bada-boom. And start the save up for Desper. Yeah, Another Brick, in my opinion, is an incredibly fun map. I wouldn't tier it in advanced like Ninja Kiwi did. Personally, I'd tier it closer to, like, I'd say intermediate map at best because of the blockade, but you know, I wouldn't tier it this high. For certain I wouldn't. Okay, you can get the Blazing Sun in the middle of this round. I'm going to wait till the end because I find that, again, to be more consistent if you wait till the end. That way his shot patterns always line up to be the exact same. And it's not like, oh, you bought it at a inconsistent time. Bada boom. Yep, there we go. And Blazing Sun has been afforded for $18,000. And now we're going to try to afford our next tower. This is going to be our 63 defense because Blazing Sun, though it is strong, it cannot pop balloons. It sucks at balloons. It is only really good against Moabs. So we're going to be keeping it on strong, obviously. Yep. And then we're going to be putting a Dartling Gunner all the way back here. We're going to be upgrading that to my boy, the Plasma Accelerator. The Plasma Accelerator, I can't speak apparently, but the Plasma Accelerator is obviously insane at popping 63. I've used it before on Desperado's map, actually. The Sunset Gulch, we used the Plasma Accelerator as our main DPS in that. And it worked phenomenally. And since this map has a much nicer straight line than Sunset Gulch, well, it depends on what you define as a nicer straight line. Me, I mean, like, it has a perfectly straight line where it can just sit here and, like, have a straight shot down, is what I mean by it. Yeah. And this defense on its own, Desper 410 and a 000 Glue Gunner plus Etienne here is able to hold all the way to 63 on its own, so we don't actually need the Dartling until 63, but since it doesn't screw with its attack pattern, placing it down in different timings, or upgrading it at different times, since it's going to be a Plasma Accelerator, which will lock it in place, it doesn't matter when we place it down or upgrade it, which is great. Isn't that right, Etienne? The magical magician of Etienne. Alright, end of 62 here, we will be able to afford the Plasma Accelerator, which I'm going to place down this straight line, locking it into place right here. And I will be getting faster barrel spin. Or sorry, end of 61, that wasn't even 62. Now end of 62, we get the 420 for faster barrel spin, which will just, I'm pretty sure, increases the damage output of the accelerator just by a bit, which, you know, good enough for me. A bit is good enough. Watch that absolutely smoke 63. He's going to start popping all of the ceramics down to pinks, and then they just get absolutely absorbed. From 200 to 1700 pops in one go-through. And now 17 to 3300. And for the final wave, up to 5000 just from 63 alone. That is my absolute legend. We're nearing the end of this Black Bordering series because I'm almost done all the maps, which is slightly worrying to me because I don't know what I'm gonna do after the maps are done. I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to do bosses or learn some racing strategies that I'm gonna have to, like, you know, create my own racing strats. That's one of the but yeah, the races and, like, bosses are, like, completely different from Black Bordering Chimps. Because, like, there's, like, different strategies that, like, involve, like, tower spamming, how many rounds to send out at each time, or, like, meta farming that I just don't know right now. It'll be hard jumping from doing these black borders going into something else, but, you know, we're running out of maps soon. I think I've got, like, maybe 12 more maps to do. And if I put 3 of these videos out a week, that's a month left of this. I only have a month left of, that's only a month left of Black Bordering. So I'm thinking, start learning how to do bosses, and maybe go back to older maps, start doing older chimp stuff, or do random chimp strategies, you know? Maybe I'll just, like, oh, here we go, 78. And it's gone. Perfect, we did it, yay. Okay. Maybe I'll do, like, random chimp strategies, or, like, challenges, like, maybe a 2 megapops or a 2TC on, like, an expert map, if those are even possible. I could try to figure out. I mean, 2 megapops definitely is on an expert map. Dark Castle definitely has a potential 2 megapops there for some towers. Anyway, we're now going to be getting a 510. The reason we're not getting Deep Freeze is because all it really does is increase Pierce. That's really it. That, like, it doesn't really affect anything aside from Pierce increase for us. And we're going to start placing down villages. We're going to have the first one right about here. We want it all the way up here because we are going to be fitting in an alchemist down here later. And we're going to buy, bam, Monkey Commerce, a 002. And then I'm going to get, for 80, we're going to get the second village down right here. Upgrade it to Jungle Drums. Yep. And then we're going to get our glue gunner up to a Mob Glue. And save for Relentless next. Look at us go. Absolutely destroying. I'm curious. What are the pop counts now? 51k to 245. Alright. Starting to catch up. That's what I like to see. That, my friends, is what I like to see. Watching that super brittle start to catch up, baby. Okay, and now we're going to get an 024 on the glue gunner. Still both of these guys on strong. Oh, he's only gotten about like 5k and he's already gotten 20 in that time. All right. Let's see super brittle. Let's see you go, baby. I'm going to pre-place my alchemist just so I don't forget to upgrade it on 85. Yeah. I'm not going to upgrade it yet because obviously the potion timing of when the alchemist throws his potions is dependent on when you've upgraded it and when rounds start and etc, etc. So to make it the most consistent, I'm not going to actually upgrade the alchemist until 85. And here we are, 85. We're going to get a 420. And then we are going to actually start working on our final DPS tower. And that is going to be a 205. We're going to start with a 204, Shattering Shells Mortar. Put in this corner right here. Eventually to make a 205 Balloon Incineration as our final DPS tower. And there you have it. Etienne is now up to level 20. Beautiful. We got the Perma UCAV. This is obviously not the most optimal strategy for this map. Oh, here's 95, yeah. And then, I don't know what the most optimal would probably be. Probably Comanche Commander is probably the best on this map, if I'm being honest. End of this round, we can officially afford the Balloon Incineration. All we gotta do is survive this round. Oh, and there we go. The Super Brittle's about to overtake Desperado. Super Brittle is about to overtake Desper. 500k, 503, 506, 509, and there it is. Super Brittle has officially overtaken Desper. Isn't it beautiful? And end of 96, we can officially afford Balloon Incineration, which is going to explode in this little corner here. And since balloons, when they take the bend, that is the longest time they are in the fire, means that that is the most optimal spot for the Balloon Sin. And let's place down the final tower we will be purchasing, and that is a Spike Storm. Yeah, we're just going to slowly upgrade this guy to a 240. With Balloon Incineration, round 98 becomes a breeze. 99, you don't even really see the DDTs very long. Like, look, there's a DDT. Hey, where'd that DDT go? It's gone. What happened to the DDTs? What? Yeah. And now we got Spike Storm and 2 abilities. What we're going to do is we're going to instantly use the Wyvern Call. Then we're going to use Spike Storm and UCAV. After you use the Spike Storm and the level 10 UCAV ability to buff the natural spawning UCAV, or in my case, the Giant Dragon, easily destroys it. Now let's go take a look over at proof of purchase. There it is, the black metal. I will black border this offline. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and a good night. Peace out.